Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very, very important maneuver and a very important piece of news. Russia creates a military joint air defense coalition with some countries. Now, that is a response to the Axis led by the United States of America. So we have now the allies, which is the Russians, with these countries. Very important. I've never heard Russia being involved in this with anyone. I know they had the little organizations, military alliances with former states from the Soviet Union. But now this is really something different, big time. I have two articles, one with the right title, that's the way I found it, but then the Russians changed the title, made it milder. But the content of the articles is the same, the content is the same, it's just the title a little bit various. I like this title right here, which was the initial one that I found on my initial search for articles. And this is the original title. Today, November 26, 2023. Russia's military chief announces, and I'm quoting, factual creation of joint air defense with neighbors. So they will have a joint cooperative defense, air defense system, and against whom? NATO. So this is the title I liked, and this is the title these guys did it after they had it in the original. So let me show you that one too. So remember, this is at 3:31 p.m. and this is the title from Russia Today. And I'm going to show you on my iPad at 1 p.m. how was the other title. I always do this. I take pictures of the articles I'm going to discuss in order to look later for whatever I need to look. Let me come close. You see that? Russia Today, and the time is over there on top today at 1:04. It was on top over there. So here is the thing, the same title as this one right here. So this is the title of the way I want it, and when I went to Russia Today, this is the garbage they gave me. But anyway, it's the same. Article. So Russia reveals allied joint air defense scheme. Relevant agreements are signed with all members of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, including Armenia. But Armenia will be probably occupied pretty soon by the Russians, probably by the Azerbaijan with the help of others. And Georgia will sit tight in its little chair, electric chair, because these guys are about to start it if they move. A joint air defense system between Russia and the former Soviet republics that make up the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, has actually been created, despite it not being reflected in any documents, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has said. The defense alliance, which has been around since 2002, currently unites Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Tajikistan. And I'm quoting, in fact, the joint air defense system has already been created at the bilateral level. Shoigu told the broadcaster Pop, and I'm quoting, we have an agreement with each of the states, with Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, with Tajikistan, and of course with Belarus, he explained. The minister stressed that the joint air defense system is equipped well and has the appropriate hardware, and I'm quoting, and we periodically conduct exercises and keep it in combat ready condition, end quote. I hope this is not just hot air. We're talking but nothing in the territory, which to me it sounds like that. I will give you my little assessment of that one. And I'm quoting, if there's a need to formalize the existence of the system in some document, we'll do it. So they don't have anything as a joint, it's bilateral, one-on-one. Last week, Russia's President Vladimir Putin said that Moscow has supplied 2 divisions of S-300 air defense systems comprising 8 launchers to the Central Asian state of Tajikistan as part of the effort to create a joint air defense shield with members of the Russia-led defense alliance. And I'm quoting, in general, we are ready to continue and complete this work regarding CSTO as a whole, Putin stressed. Even though it seems like they don't have anything officially created, the title, the first initial title was the factual creation. Remember that one? It was the factual creation, which de facto, right? But the Sputnik guys change it here. Reveals Allied Joint Air Defense System scheme. Want to find out? First, I suspect that Armenia will say yes, yes, yes until Al Capone sticks his sticky hands in Armenia and Georgia, preferably Georgia first and then Armenia. Why? Because Georgia is not a landlocked country, therefore it can be helped via the Black Sea. If you can get to the Black Sea, the Russians are there. Remember Zelensky Stein supposedly was promised by Al Capone and his weasels to receive vessels, warships for the Black Sea to protect the grain corridor. I think that is only the foot in the door of NATO. Right? I think they already have the foot in the door with their garbage they have in Romania and a little bit in Bulgaria, and Turkey is unreliable. So yes, they will probably start in Georgia, which I'm waiting in December to start, and then a little spontaneous revolution I'm talking about, and the Russians will come and smack them 100%, unfortunately. Why? Because that's the way the world functions. The guy, the big guy, cannot allow little guys around them to have allegiance to others that could bring their systems around you. Obviously, the United States would not allow that, and it showed it since 1962. Why? Because if you remember the Cuban Missile Crisis, where the Americans had nuclear missiles in Turkey and Italy, they were called Jupiter missiles. They had nuclear warheads pointed at Soviet Union. The Russians said, you gotta take them, they're too close. What did the Americans do? The same thing they did in Ukraine. And Khrushchev said, yeah, okay, then we're gonna do the same thing to you. You won't. And they started showing them, this is how I'm gonna do it. They didn't bring any nuclear warheads in Cuba. That contradicts these idiots who say Soviet Union deployed nuclear missiles. They did not deploy nuclear missiles in Cuba. They were on the process, but they made sure that they show you the little tubes for the missiles on top of the vessels carrying it. Why do you think they didn't put it underneath? Why do you think they put it on top, just covered with a piece of cloth that you can see remember? So these guys could react, and they reacted. Oh, you can't have that, only we can have it. And what happened? In 6 months, United States of America took its nuclear weapons from Turkey, the Jupiter, out. So who won? JFK. Maybe I think CIA, the military industrial complex, and FBI won, not what's his name? Poor JFK. So here is, my friends. These guys are creating this alliance against the axis of love and truth and power and everything else, perfection. And that's not good. Why? Because that means you're already going to have a foundation for China, maybe India, whomever, Iran, obviously, maybe North Korea, and they will create this opposite, an ally camp instead of a axis like these guys here. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.